Hello, this is Jared playing Oxygen Not Included. I'm here with the Demolior Survivors. This little thing has landed, and I'm hoping today to at least get the carnivore achievement. We're 75,000 calories from that, so expecting that's not going to be an issue. Before we go into today's project, let me first take you through, I guess one of the comments was from Sam about spaghetti pipelines. Yeah, it's starting to look a little bit like that, and I'm going to be adding to that today. Before we get to that, though, let's go over a big component of what I did yesterday, which was putting these Saturn critter traps with these beta hives, making a hydrogen line going in. So we should have plenty of power. I'm going to use that to get incubators running, but I'm also going to be using that to make sure that we get a deep freeze. We currently have over 200,000 calories of food. Storing most of that here. We have to put in gas masks, unfortunately, to get access to our food. Oh. And a ration box is full. Okay, this is definitely another reason to continue on. Maybe for the meantime, I'll throw extra storage over here. But not only are we running out of space, it looks like we're not actually in a deep frozen state right there, and it could get warmer. Very much likely it's going to get warmer. So let's work to set up a deep freezer. So we're going to have insulation all around. We'll have a conveyor line where we can send food in and ultimately dump it right here. An auto sweeper that's going to be able to access the food and put it into some fridges here or into some smokers. I'll take this guy out. Probably have to do a little bit of rearranging there. Okay, with this, let's just copy that setting. So we've got more places to store our food while we're trying to make our deep freezer. See some polluted water bottles. Cleaning the air could be a thing, but I don't think that is high priority, is storing our food. We do not want to starve. So I think we can take some granite tiling, start to go across like this. I should have actually put that door one over. So I'm going to push all the material here so we don't trap anything in there. Temporarily take maybe this out to let that stuff fall out. Actually, not just that. I also need to send hydrogen up. Forgot. Okay. Making this pipe here out of gold amalgam. This is going to be a hydrogen line. Start digging this out. This is where we'll get some cooling for the actual deep freezer itself. Alright, so with that, let's put in more granite. And then I'll do an insulation line above that. Get something in here to be able to take the temperature. Okay, and let's seal this off. Igneous rock going from here over. And then above that can just be, we'll just use slate to do some construction. Probably smokers is going to be the main thing above it. Alright, so with that, I guess we'll need to have a spot where we trap in some hydrogen. We want to obviously fill that in first, so we don't spill it up. Excellent. With the deep freezer, we're going to be consuming more power, so figure let's put in another hydrogen generator. We'll also have a dedicated power transformer. We're running 2 thermoregulators. So we'll have an insulated pipe going in and out of here. And we've got to connect into our hydrogen line. So we'll do that, make this hydrogen jump into here. And then I've located 2 smokers within access to this auto sweeper, which will have access inside the deep freezer. Oh, and I think we broke the... Yeah, okay, let's put some slate tiles along there. Maybe a priority on that. Almost wondering if I should put an incubator in these guys. I don't think it's necessary, but I'd like in BitChick, if I am going to do this, this would be the egg that I want to process. The other thing that I want to do is make sure that I actually get a proper place to cool these guys off. I'm normally doing a terrible job at that, usually just because I'm more in a rush. Okay, excellent. Maybe I didn't need another one of these anyways. Yeah, there we go. Awesome. Yeah, I think that's going to be enough. Okay, so there's a little bit of tough meat there. I never thought about it, but cooking ingredient, might as well select tough meat. Have that brought up automatically appear. Easier reach. Making these out of gold amalgam. I'm going to be taking the temperature, just in case things get too hot. And I've been trying to put in some granite tiles up here. I want to do it in such a way that we don't leak. Oh, hold on. Actually, maybe before I do that, probably should do this. Don't want to leak all that water down on us, of course. And then I bust it through some bislite down here to take some nice and cool temperatures from here. But we put in a tile right there. Also want to jump some carbon dioxide here. We'll worry about that after. Oh, and it looks like we've got our hydrogen inside here. This is good. Maybe that's not needed. I think we are actually ready now to seal this off. Do that like that. Right there. There's our thermoregulators going. Let's aim for, if you're above minus 25, then we'll want to run. Colony achievement. That could be the carnivore achievement, not sure. Yes! There we are. So, just need to keep the dupes alive. We need enough food. Does not have to be meat anymore. Let's see. You're right. Okay, let's pop these 2. Get rid of that. Finish this project off. Okay, feeling pretty good now. Just some automation wire. I think we're going to grab cobalt for that. Maybe because this is so far away. I'll have a lower priority process, having that brought up. Maybe there. Oh, and power. Oh, just a single wire was missing is all. but you are connected and you don't have power. Oh, was that just a... Okay, there we are. And we need to have a safe temperature. I think these, we'll say, make sure you're below 40 degrees. And only run in that case. So here we are. Our deep freezer is running. The thermoregulators are going. I think I need to do a little bit of work here up in the kitchen. We need to throw in a bit of carbon dioxide and do a little bit of cold temperature energy exchange from here and here to keep these guys nice and cool, which, eek, not always the easiest thing. Maybe I'll even say, whoops, 35. So I have even more piping. This is going to be another hydrogen line going in here just to add to the spaghetti piping line. We also have a carbon dioxide line. That's going to be temporary. We'll be able to clean that up. And some lighting, and very importantly, the ability to take the food that's cooked in here and send it into the deep freezer. Okay, so this is being throttled by the thermo sensor, which is good. That should take in more cooling once this line is up and running. See carbon dioxide on the way. Excellent, so starting that process there. That's just for the tiny bit of food that we're going to be storing in here. Because the dupes obviously can't access that, so we need to have the auto sweeper, making it so that it's in a fridge that the dupe can access. Maybe we'll dig. I've been low on sand for a while. I haven't checked my levels, so just do that too. Priority on this conveyor line, going in like that. Build that in. We can get rid of these doors, I guess. So this is going to be for all the cooked food that we make. So tender brisket, toasted mimolets, frost bun, not that I think we're making that, or this. Smoked fish, that one's important. And now I think I see a healthy amount of carbon dioxide. I'm going to say probably don't need any more. Just some piping down here, and then we'll have this set going. I assume this is going... Oh, have we actually No, we have not gotten to the right temperature. The section here, we can get rid of that. And get rid of our carbon dioxide line. And that is a hydrogen line going around here to slow things down just a little bit. The idea is taking the coldness from here and here, sending it all around here so these guys will hopefully be able to operate better than I have had. Oh, pipe blocked. Does that do this here? That's not good. Maybe I'll just take one out and we'll do a rebuild. With that, let's put in this. Hopefully that will return to normal operation. There we go. All right, so we've got a hydrogen line. It still seems to have too much in there. Okay, let's try again. Might slow things down. Let's just complete this there. There we are. Now we've got no interruption in the line. So we've got this line that's dedicated towards keeping the thermoregulators cool, and the thermoregulators are going to be dedicated to keeping this area cool. I guess I'll put in the settings here for food and for, oh, one more thing. So I'm putting a fridge in the back here just to load in some food here that might not be automatically brought in. In fact, I don't have any automation yet for dropping food in, but that will change. But before I automate, like one of the examples, for instance, is taking the meat from here and from over here. Oh, look at this. Nice. Okay, I'll let these guys out, and I'll decide what I want to do with them a little bit later, because I might want to now restock, especially now that I've got the carnivore achievement done. But there is one higher priority that I have in my mind, which is, we've got some chlorine gas starting to show up here, and that's just going to get higher and higher, along with carbon dioxide. So we're going to open up this channel, allow that gas to flow down. And we'll build a pump probably somewhere around here. Let's see a little bit of liquid. Open this area for some of this melting brine. And we're going to store some of the gas over here. Let's have a look on the temperature here. Once that actually gets cold enough, I'll get the dupes to start storing food in there. In the meantime, continue to use this little section for food. Digging underneath here just to make it easy to do some construction work later on. Specify the actual location where we want to start pumping in, getting some of this carbon dioxide and chlorine. And potentially natural gas. I don't know that there's really any sources since we've got this guy blocked off at the moment for that. That last one there technically doesn't matter. Build this in. We gotta go find some liquid. Probably gonna use some brine. See some skills. Working on suit sustainability for the whole crew. Excellent. That just makes everyone a little bit quicker. Just check this egg. It's a tame egg. Oh, and we've got one of the... I also have to decide. Okay, I see an elderly jobbo, so actually maybe I'll let this guy out and let him jump in the water there. Oh, you're tame. Age 5. Okay, you know what? Excellent. Let's send you in here. Cut this open a little bit more even. Probably smart if we, well, not that it's the biggest deal, but yeah, let's do that. Maybe make a priority opening up this for future falling, melting ice. Okay, so now I can go collect in some not hydrogen, some brine from somewheres. It's a little high. I'll have a look around, see where I want to grab that from. Just realizing probably shouldn't have built those tiles in the middle first until we get our liquid in place. Okay, so that's good to see that that's open. First, a little bit of brine being dropped in. We can empty that. Along with this one. There's another bottle. Oh, look at this. We're on the end of cycle 99. So we'll get an achievement just from finishing the end of this cycle coming up. Or, no, it's just actually just now. Awesome. Okay, so that's not life found away. Still need to get that one. But we have survived 100 cycles. Not including the first 10... oh yeah, but this guy still needs another 10 cycles to go because it took 10 cycles to hit us. Let's just verify that. Where are we on... turn of the century. And I think it's the very end. So at this point, 89 of 100. Okay, what is taking the dupes a while to get that last bottle? Because this actually can be opened up fully, including letting this water or liquid fall out since we've opened this. How much liquid do we have in here? So as I open this a little bit more, let's just make sure I don't block off any spots where the dupes could go, such as this. Open up this. Avoid taking that guy out. And open up that whole thing like this. And then the ladder right there, just in case. Alright, I don't think that last piece of brine is coming. Just to be safe, just going to throw a little bit more brine in while we continue digging along. Opening up a path for all of this. Dig that out, put in the ladder system right there. Okay, so there is some... Hold on, come on now, there we go. Empty this bottle. We'll put a towel here now. Okay, now we can get started. So now we're putting in a filtering system to be able to send in a mix of either carbon dioxide, natural gas, and chlorine. This critter here, I hope, does not get stuck in here. Please, no. Make this a priority of getting that blocked off. Don't you even think of it. Oh. Oh. Of course that was going to happen. Alright. Let's see. Maybe the smartest thing to do is just to avoid a headache. Let's block this area off. If any of these guys get trapped, we'll get someone to fish them out for us. so that takes care of that. So over here, we're going to look for not oxygen, make sure that pressure is a certain amount for running this. The reason I'm doing the for a certain amount, I'm just worried that if the pressure is really low, which, because it might take me a while to start sending oxygen in. I just don't want that pump running. If we get really low carbon dioxide, hopefully that's not going to be the case anyway, but we'll see. Okay, so block this off, making sure we feed power into the pumps. Oh, and remind myself to make sure we get a vacuum inside each of these before we proceed too far. Oh, whoops. Okay, because we're having an issue in that last one, aren't we? So let's put that there. And we'll put this there. And please, no critters wandering in on us. I guess I should have built that door one way, the extra tile. Anyway, what am I looking for this guy here? I don't know what we are sharing this with, but there's probably no way that that's going to allow all these pumps to run. So maybe to do this safely, I'll connect everything, but we'll get only one to go at a time. Disconnect the power here, disconnect the power there. Okay, so pump is started, but it's not going anywhere useful just yet. Let's connect that, and that. We'll do carbon dioxide for this first one. So we've got a vacuum in there. Let's now disconnect that. And I will plug into power for this guy. There we go. Okay, so another vacuum. And then finally, this last one. All right, and let's, before I forget, disconnect that. And then we can proceed. So now to add to our piping system, we've got a pipe that's going to go from here. Do some filtering here, and then the anything else maybe inadvertently picked up, like oxygen, polluted oxygen, can go in here and eventually be drained out here. In case it is polluted oxygen, we've got a deodorizer. But let's go up here because I see that things have gotten very cold. Nice. Let's check that our hydrogen line currently is off. So this is registering that it is cold enough, minus 25. I might even make that just a little bit cooler. Okay, it's not quite right. Let's go. Minus 28, so that's going to allow me to put some food in. Now let's jump all the food that's here out to the ground. Got one over there as well. And what I'm going to do is specify all the things that I want to be brought in here, including ingredients. So toasted millet, tender brisket, sweet corn, smoked fish plant, microfillet, or grow figs. Maybe not, just because that's the source of food for these guys. Lettuce, chabo fillet, pretty much everything on that list. A little bit of meat. Veggie poppers. And then I'll have to do all the same things over here. Boom, boom. Plant. That, but I've got to make this a higher priority. Okay, so now that I've got that, let's just verify actually connect. Okay, it did. Good. Should notice the dupes picking up things like veggie poppers sitting here on the floor. Oh, okay, and on the left that is a 5, so that should be high priority. But not much is happening, surprisingly. Huh. Okay, something funny is happening there. Let's just go down here, make sure that this is all okay. And they can access that. I mean, they definitely. They don't need that ladder to get to it. What? Alright, I have to study this for a bit because I can't quite see why the dupes are not choosing to put food in here at high-ish priority. Still cannot seem to understand what's going on here. I'm going to temporarily make this a 6. There we go. Check that back to a 5. And we've got our food being delivered. And it's continuing after. Okay. Well, I don't know what was going on there, but we seem to be okay now. It's almost like the dupes just noticed the fridge there. Alright, so we've got, deep freeze in a sterile environment, which is exactly what we want. Gotta make sure, very important, that we have this sending in some food, in this case, veggie poppers, toasted millet. Maybe I will plug this guy in. And I see this running. So this is starting to take the gas from way down here. Okay, that's showing that the pressure, let's say if you're above 500, even maybe even less. Okay. Oh, this might cause a little bit of confusion because we've got oxygen. Okay, I have to think about that. I think the easiest way to deal with this is just open up this entire area. The idea that oxygen that comes in from here can maybe float up, trying to avoid touching this thing. Ladder system to get across here as well. These guys are going to be susceptible to this radiation. I already see some green dupes. Okay, so we'll see what that does for us. The other thing that I can do, let's see, it hasn't actually improved anything at the moment, but where is our highest, or our lowest rather? Oh. Empty oh, right. I should be connecting the line from these guys. Otherwise, I'll have to continue to remember to do this. Adding to my mess of pipes going around everywhere. So let's see. Skill point. Rocky exosuit training. Exosuit training. All right, so I will do that. And then maybe add in... Oh, yeah, I was also looking for the lowest electrolyzer. I believe... That's this guy here. I'm going to put an electrolyzer here. Another one over here. Let's fill this back in. Otherwise, we'll lose our nature reserve. can go right there. Connect into some power there and there. So even though we haven't, haven't been in place, the oxygen down here is decent, obviously up to this point. Let's just open up this even more. So now we're bringing down a carbon dioxide line. So I won't have to rely on these canister filters anymore, which will be super nice. I don't know how that's going to work out here, because we're going to get a small amount of carbon dioxide. Whoa. That's not quite right. Carbon dioxide should not be cycling back out, otherwise this is completely pointless. What did I do wrong? Might simply not have connected this. There we go. What? Okay. Oh, well, yeah, okay. I get it. We have to wait for those to actually be built. Alright, well, if that's the case, then I guess this was kind of pointless. Let's just... It's the quickest way. Just cut the pipe. Alright, and then reconnect the pipe. There we go. Alright, so now we've got carbon dioxide going up here. We've got our carbon dioxide area. I am uncertain if I'm going to like how this is going to work, but wait and see. Love to get, I guess, because we have gas masks, it doesn't seem super important to get oxygen all the way down here, but we do not want carbon dioxide, chlorine, all that going up here. That this looks like things are improving. Yeah. With that, let's click on this, make sure that is empty. We can get rid of you. This guy here we will empty, but make sure no more can go in. Excellent. Now, to wait for a little bit of carbon dioxide to go down there, see what's going to happen. While I'm waiting for some of that carbon dioxide to go down, figure why not make the Great Hall right next to the kitchen? That way the dupes can run in here, grab their food and eat it, rather than run in here and kind of go around like that. Just waiting for this last guy right here to empty out. Okay, so we'll take that out. And I'll design the Great Hall. I think it'll pretty much be the same thing, just up here. Now, I'm going to add an extra 4 tables. Not that I'm going to get a new dupe anytime soon, but just be prepared. Okay, let's take that out. Take that out. And this. Of course, add in our automated lights so dupes can eat a little bit quicker. Oh, guess we forgot that. We can take out the old Great Hall. Door there that doesn't need to be shut. Excellent. So constructing that Great Hall was given this time to flow, and this is what I was worried about. This is basically shutting this pump out. So what I'll do is I'll take this out, put this in, maybe do a conversions here. I kind of like it in the sense I want the priority of the top line to go in, but it goes in at such a slow rate. Doesn't exactly do what I want. But this is allowing carbon dioxide to merge with carbon dioxide. Okay, that's better. That's a lot better. Okay, so there is that. And now I can go to another project, which might just be a little decoration, maybe. I think we've got a little bit of time. I'm looking around and I'm thinking, do I have to worry about temperatures? I think we've got a little bit of time. There's nothing urgent, especially since we've covered some of the geysers that was giving us a problem. So with this food storage and with the gas storage and pumping out solution, let's maybe take it easy until I get this light found a way. Figure we'll put in some of these rosebuds in the barracks area. Got 15 of them. And after this, we'll do a little bit of drywalling. I thought the telescope print would be pretty cool here. We also have gold, so we're going to put some gold tiles within there already, even before this, though. Core value is looking decent. But I see a problem. Oh, another skill point. Ellos. This guy here is stuck. So let's help them out and get into the tank. Okay, good. Though, the other thing is this is filling up. Okay, I need to think about how I'm going to do this. All right, we'll come, let's put that tile back. We'll come back to that later. There's a nice telescope print. Get some gold tiles. Now we are looking very good. Just curious of this tiling here. In particular, I'm just wondering what actually matches with this, if anything. I assume this gray is not going to quite look right. I'll really not know. Although, maybe it would still look decent. Is there anything that kind of matches? Otherwise, maybe this will be fine. Definitely not that one. That's too bright. All right, I'm going to keep playing around here, and I'll come up with something for both this and the washroom. Putting in a single carpeted tile right here, just in case I'm in a situation where I've got a particular dupe that's very stressed. And assign them to this cot, this table. Add in this right there. Just pushing that out by, oh, if we're going to push this out by one, let's make sure we fill that in. So not really a high priority task. Kind of thought maybe I should have done the temperature. More material study terminal. I kind of want something easy just because I really just want to roll out until we get this achievement. Let's look at you. And send you over here. Maybe we can get away without that anymore. I don't know how many lumps I'm going to be able to get in each of these. I guess we'll find out over time. If they start fighting for food, I'll know. Oh, and let's go and plant this right across the board. Now, I did reroute this, so I can eventually get rid of this pipe. It's going to take a little bit of time for the rest. You don't get to see the little critters there, but I'll eventually get rid of that pipe. Alright, I need to fill the time for 2 cycles. I do not want to leave it at this point. I'm not going to bed without getting this thing. It's going to be so easy. Let's see. Who do we have here? Tiloff. Let's give you construction. Figure while I am waiting for this achievement, let's get a set of Atmos suits set over here. I can take these guys out for now. Actually, maybe yeah, because I was thinking of going in here to block this. So essentially, I want to take care of the 2 carbon dioxide guys. There's one sitting over here, one sitting over here. Don't want anyone's ears to pop, so we're going to go down into liquid and up into the environment of concern. Like that. Hold on, maybe not let the dupes do that until this is built and instruct it not to go in without suits. Look at that. Deliver that. Okay, so we're at cycle 109. I assume it's 111 that we'll get the achievement. Anyways, we will proceed. I have to decide exactly how I want to Oh. Okay, right. I forgot. This is on the other side of the gas masks. So what I think I'm going to do is have a controlled area where we go above this in order to actually get these guys access to this area. The ladder going down. They're still going. Okay. Oh, I see. They're picking up the metal to do the construction. Okay, so we'll get that blocked off finally. And the dupes have to go, or can't go through this area with the gas masks. Well, once these 2 tiles are done. Or at least one of the tiles. Okay, so we've got that. Oh. The other thing, obviously, need to get the oxygen line through here. So we have that on the way. And I have to figure out what we're going to do now that we have access to this. I guess one of the first things is to send you over to here. So once we get oxygen in here, I'm just going to clear this area off. Build in some ladders. But the other thing is I'm thinking about doing some automation around this stable. Probably, well, definitely not going to finish. As soon as I get the light found away, I'm going to call it for the day. But we'll make a little bit of progress. What I might work on next time, including a little bit more automation. So some of the dupes are looking for something to do. They'll find a project here as soon as this is built. As I'm doing a little bit of automation here, and I'm going to do the egg processing. In this zone, I realized, uh-oh, I did not give a spot to have a critter drop off, so I can repopulate these a little bit easier. So I'm going to extend this by one tile at the end, as well as put in the automation to collect eggs. And I think at the end of this cycle, I might have both the carnivore and life found away achievement, which I have been working on for absolute forever. It feels like an eternity. And I am just about to get it. This is so exciting. I think I would have put the game away for the day if it wasn't for that. This is probably going to be a little bit longer video than usual. Okay, so that should give me now ability to put in this guy there and this guy there. I'm just curious what it looks like on this side just before you get this thing. It says 99 out of 100. And boom, the lab, life found a way, survived 100 cycles after Demolior smacks you after only 10 cycles. Well, that was easy. Oh, wow. Okay, I'm gonna finish there, but just let me collect my thoughts, and I'll end up with that, and maybe discuss a little bit of where I might be going next. So just want to mention two things. First of all, this plant here is not happy, so I'm going to start the process of going up here where it's a little bit warmer. We'll take our line that's going around like this to add in a bit of heat to this environment. And the other thing is, thank you so much for all your advice along this process. That has really made the space what it is, especially on hard mode and trying to get these crazy achievements. And then finally, where am I going from here? I think I'm going to stay on this asteroid for a good amount of time. I want to get inside here, and iridium and glass, I guess it's just glass. I want to get access to that, but I also want to see, can I get in and deal with the immense amount of heat that's here? And there's a huge potential from all these geysers, but there's also huge risks. Currently trying to deal with this carbon dioxide geyser. I want to go and tame all kinds of these over the next little bit, as well as just get into more mid-game versus early game stuff. Anyways, I could go in many different directions. I guess we'll just have to see how that rolls out over time. Thank you guys so much for your support, your likes, your comments, and just viewing along. Hopefully, I'm going to see you later on. Till then, guys, this is Jer playing Oxygen Not Included.